Alright. I assume I'm live, at least I can see myself on the screen. Alright, well, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining in. Just get this out of the way. Welcome to Blood Dragon, the best Far Cry in the series. Let's start immediately with a new game on easy, of course, because almost every speedrun is on easy. And the timer will start after this cutscene. So 3, 2, 1, go. Get rid of this cutscene. And then the game starts with a auto-scroller, in which we have infinite health and infinite ammo. We don't have to do anything, but it's always nice to just quickly shoot as much as possible. Especially the exploding stuff. Like, you'll see that at the end as well, that in these auto-scroller sections they place even more exploding barrels just so that you can make things go boom. Now, to get this auto-scroller to finish, there's going to be a heli chopper behind that building. We need to shoot that out of the sky. And then the auto-scroller stops. It's going to be there. If you haven't seen it, there it is. And then when a checkpoint is reached, we immediately load it so that we go a little bit further up into the tutorial. That's after all the explanations, which is a little bit faster. Now here, what they want you to do a takedown, but if you just run on, then you immediately get your pistol. And it saves a lot of explanations and menus to click away as well. And here we want to climb up this rock so that we skip even more explanation, so that we get the explanation here instead of at the rock face itself, because then we would be standing still and just wasting a lot of time. Just switch to the sniper. And what we want to do with every single camp, if possible, is to turn off the alarm, or else more enemies will show up, which is just going to take even more time. Now, it's completely random where these enemies run off to, so it can take very long, or it can be very fast, depending on where the enemies go and if they hide or not, because sometimes they have the hang of hiding around. Kill the sniper with a grenade.
On the ground. Down.
Come on. Got one left somewhere. There we go.
I will argue.
Objective complete.
Alright.
Briar Patch, why didn't you tell us this was a mega force?
It is VX, I know. Thank you for the good luck.
Penetrate the bunker and download the data from the mainframe.
Rex, this is slow.
Alright. Now with this part, we want to kill the enemies faster. Then we get the mission to do so. So that we get this checkpoint and we can immediately load that checkpoint. If you're too slow, you can't do this, but that will move that guy to the door immediately. So we were fast enough. Grab some extra ammo just to make sure.
You get to that camp.
Grab that stuff. Turn off the alarm. Take all these guys out. Where's that guy? Now we just need to wait for Spider to come down.
Oh yeah.
Quickly make sure to refill your explosives here, because we're going to be placing mines in the next room. And you want to make sure that you have 3 mines. And in this part, the faster we kill the enemies in this room, the faster the time continues, or the story continues. So here it is really necessary to kill these guys as quickly as possible. Some sections in the game there is a timer and it doesn't really matter how fast you are, but in this one it really matters.
I don't think I want to know.
Alright, he didn't bug out too badly. Sometimes he bugs out and he just stands there somewhere.
Objective complete. Mainframe located.
There it is. I penetrated the first layer of microchip box.
Just do it.
And what's nice and fast,
Attacking the rock drive. Another minute.
Work faster.
just throw some grenades at the spawning location. And hopefully clear them out.
Another rampart. Need more time.
Oh. As fast as possible.
Reversing the code polarity. Almost there. I'm recoding the CPU socket.
Hurry.
You can't rush perfection, baby.
Seriously.
Pilot the motherboard.
Please heal.
1 second.
Then you know that this is gonna be the last one. If he says that.
Alert. Lieutenant Brown is taking fire.
I noticed. Alright,
Objective complete.
that was pretty okay. Could have been a bit faster if that one enemy didn't run all the way to the back here. But again, it's all RNG dependent on where they run off to, and sometimes they can make your life very, very miserable. But this is okay. This is a pretty okay start. Now we're gonna have a section in which we can only walk.
Sergeant Rex Colt?
The story doesn't allow us to
Dr. Elizabeth Darling. I keyed into your comm when I was examining you.
run right now.
Someone's cut you off from Briar Patch.
And if you're walking or if you're running, it doesn't really matter.
Hell was that?
I'm sending you
Whenever you're
coordinates
moving
to a safe
forward,
location.
it's always faster to jump, because you always move slightly faster forward if you jump. So I'm going to try and
What's
jump
the plan?
Stay low and stay quiet.
as much as
The
possible.
blood dragons have poor eyesight and a hunger for humans and cyborgs.
What? Hello?
Fuck.
Scanning cave interior. Exit located. Objective.
That rock kind of pushed me back, that's a bit of a shame.
Alert.
But
Your
I'd rather
assault
be
equipment
pushed to the
cannot
right
completely
than
defend
pushed to the
them.
left and down
Avoid
into
all
that hole,
contact
because
with
then you
cyber
have
soldiers.
a lot of time wasted to climb back out.
What's up? with
Now,
all
in
the
this
blue
game, there
blue?
aren't that many glitches. It's more about just playing the game as fast as possible. There are a few small skips. Well, I do look at the chat sometimes. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. But I am trying to focus,
Dr. Darling
Dominique.
mentioned they possess poor eyesight. Crouching may be advisable.
Right.
The creature's emitting bioradiation. I've calibrated your scanner to alert you to their presence.
After 4 jumps, we can all of a sudden start running.
Dragons will hear you if you do not crouch.
That thing's in my way. God
No, we don't have to go
now.
Detect
to that map marker. We can just immediately run forward.
Move to the designated vantage point. I recommend collecting more cyber hearts.
Holy shit.
Omega 4 soldiers just arrived.
We can take out those guys. And now,
They're rounding up the scientists.
Then get out.
you mustn't run too far forward or else you'll leave the area and you'll fail the mission.
Detecting weapons in the bunker
So
that
we'll
you
wait
can
for
use.
checkpoint reached and let's go. Now hopefully we can get
You have several options in
that
securing
sniper.
Garrison. You can kill
Turn off
all
the alarm.
hostiles yourself. You can
Again,
lure the dragon
please
I am. This is going to get bloody.
get that sniper.
Fast.
Those happen to be my two.
And I'm trying to do some takedowns on these guys,
Shut up, Hud.
but
Do what I want.
it is such a finicky mechanic.
Just keep in mind that there are two ways to turn off
Thank
the
you,
mega
Dragon.
shield, through either the console or directly at the generator.
That was
which you
about
can also destroy.
Blah,
the
blah,
10-minute
blah,
mark.
Kill, blah, blah.
It
So
appears
that's
to be
good.
over, Sergeant. I think it's time we meet.
Send me your location.
But
I'm on my way.
I'm really bad at using takedowns in this game because it'll prompt you to do a takedown and then you have to press the right button. But the window in which you can do it is so small
Like this one.
that it's almost
Secondary
impossible to
missions
do
will become
takedowns
available
sometimes.
At the adventure cabinet.
Alright, now we need to do one side mission according to the story, and that's this one. That's saving a nerd. And then we can move on. We have a little bit more of a tutorial left. Yeah, this is basically the section in which they explain all the different things in the
They
game.
will terminate the hostages. Quickly defend the hostage before he is shot to pieces. Or just shot.
Please interact with me. Thank you. He can be very annoying sometimes because the hitbox in which you can interact with him is only right in front of him. And sometimes he just sits down with his face to the wall and you can't get in front of him and he just wastes even more of your time.
Kobayashi Corporation Fast Travel. Now 85% accurate with only 10%
Exactly,
genetic
VX.
degradation.
Right, and then immediately go back to the Garrison.
As per
Now,
the War Games Act,
if you need
all
health,
secondary activities
it's right
reward
here.
you with attachments and credits
If you
at
need
a friendly
explosives,
Garrison shop.
it's right here.
Guns make me safe.
If you need,
Bigger guns
there's the
make
ammo.
me safe.
That's over there.
When you are running
But
low
we
on
only
your
need to fill
supplies,
up our
leave a killing
explosives.
implements like ammo.
And then we can
Travel
interact
to a
with this
friendly
thing
garrison to
the moment they have
resupply at the
finished
shop.
speaking. And then, according to the story, we just need to buy the suppressor. And then quickly place the bow here.
To summarize, securing garrisons
Because the
unlocks
Phasatron
secondary
is
activities
really not a good
and
weapon.
fast travel points.
And for the
Secondary
next mission we
activities
need
reward you with attachments,
a few
weapons,
silent
and
kills.
ammo at the
So
nearest
that's
shop.
why we grab the bow.
And all those
Because
things
this is the
combined
only real
make for a
silent
happy
weapon
and
except for the
functional
knife.
killing machine.
But again, takedowns are so finicky in this game that we're gonna rely on the bow in this mission. The next mission will bring us to the dam. And at the dam, we need to place 3 bombs. 3 packages of C4000. The thing is that there are 2 places at the bottom of the dam and 1 place at the top of the dam to place these bombs. And after picking up the explosives, we're gonna have a little bit of a dialogue with Dr. Darling. And after that dialogue is over, the markers where you need to place the bombs will appear. So within the time that that dialogue is going on, we're going to try and jump up the mountain to get to the top bomb first. And if we manage to do that, we'll save a few seconds. But you'll see, I mean, according to the layout, it will just save time. You'll notice. I've been practicing this a bit, but it's a really finicky jump up the mountain. So if we don't manage to do it, I'm gonna bail on the attempt and we're just gonna start with the bottom bombs
God
first.
damn, it's big.
Every facility has its own generators, but without the dam, Sloan can't run his operation at full strength.
Then it's time to blow his dice.
Please,
I'm sending you the coordinates to
don't
an
get stuck.
FC-4000 to
Alright.
crack that dam.
Good.
Draining the reservoir will compromise the reactor's coolant system.
Objective.
Doc, ready to bring the house down.
Just like when you saved me and my team in Quebec, when you caused that hydro plant's nuclear reactors to go critical.
I don't remember much before getting shot up. Playing as a kid.
Please, please. Oh my goodness. Okay, I missed it. We had to get up on that pipe, but I slide.
We're counting on you to
sliding off the rocks, so we failed this. So we'll just start with the bottom bomb first. If we did manage to do it, then we would have had the top bomb first, and then just jump down free fall, and we'll be at the second bomb at the bottom immediately. Second bomb, the one that I placed first now. So you'll... Logically that's faster than what I'm gonna do now, but... If you don't get it the first time around, there's no reason to try again and again and again, because you're just wasting even more time trying to get the jump. You have one chance to do it, and if you don't manage to, then just bail on the attempt and start at the bottom. This saves a few seconds. It's not the biggest thing in the world.
C4000 is as good as the old C400. Nope. It's not.
Right. Now I don't take the zip line, because if you get off the zip line, you'll automatically do a takedown animation on these enemies, and we don't want to waste our time getting these takedown animations.
But
I know just the man who sabotaged the dam.
Alright.
Objective. Rendezvous with engineer inside the dam. Remind.
Attention. Tomorrow night is chili night in the cafeteria. And
Objective complete.
Are you Sergeant Rex Colt? Dr. Darling said you're some kind of hero.
I'm no hero. I'm just your everyday U.S.
Here comes the part where we need to do some silent
Alright.
kills,
You need to clear your path to the
and they are very tricky. This is probably the most difficult part of the whole run,
then it's lights out
for me at least.
Objective.
And shooting that scientist was for the fun. There's no speedrun reason why I did that. Alright, got those two. They're the easy two. The other two are very... Please... What? Why am I stuck? Please climb. Switch to the shotgun. Turn off the alarm. And get rid of these guys. Please don't. And then checkpoint reached. We immediately load that checkpoint to move us to the door. And we can continue. Immediately switch to the bow. Silent kill that guy. Silent kill that guy. Grab C400. Turn off the alarm. Kill that guy. Kill that group. Where?
Clear.
On my way. Well, look at you. Still alive and all.
You know what?
Alright, now we have the time to fill for some hearts.
Omega first.
And we're gonna use them to be able to manipulate some dragons later on in the run. So I would like to just quickly grab 4 cyber hearts. It's more than enough. Come on, pick it up. Too bad it didn't react to that. Grab this one.
What are you talking about, Sloan?
Well, maybe there's more of me and you than you got left to yourself.
Quickly run this way.
Or maybe you scared I didn't give you a reason to kill. I just gave you
Quickly heal, because we're gonna have so much to pick up now.
to the exposed reactor core.
And then checkpoint reached. Immediately load this one. Moves him to the door, and that saves a second or 2. Not that much. I found that skip myself. Too bad it's the smallest amount of time saved of all the skips in the game, but hey.
Sloan.
Switch to the sniper.
Lights out.
Changed around for the Terra 4000. Pick up some extra health. And move back to the bow. The bow is the only weapon in the game that doesn't have animations connected to it. So I like to run with the bow. When he stops talking, we can interact with these buttons. So we have just enough time to quickly position ourselves for the first one. And then this is the shortest path to get all 3 buttons and to rejoin the engineer.
Now I just need to hack the system and expose that reactor core.
Alright,
Attention. No parking in the brown zone.
now for the mines. The first wave will die by the mines, and then the second wave is a boat.
That's the money shot.
then we have 2 waves here.
Time to come
And
down
then
and
2
face
boats.
me, you rusty cum buckets. That never gets old.
Just picking it up because I'm gonna probably die by that mine instead of it being useful to me, so I'd rather just get rid of it. And then we have this last boat. And then 1 more wave. Now, I was talking about there are sections that are on a timer, and it doesn't matter how fast you are. This is one of those sections. Just quickly running along all the dead bodies to pick up some more grenades, because we're gonna need it later. And then we might as well just fill for 2 more hearts. Now you can hear by the music that it's gonna change. And the timer's over when that thing reaches the ground.
You did it, Sergeant, but it's not overloading. You need to punch the reactor.
Objective. Launch the nuclear reactor.
Quickly make sure that we reload this minigun. Pick up the body armor.
Doc, I made
Don't
it.
need those grenades. Everything is full. Switch to the bow. And the moment it says save game, we can fast travel.
He was a real American hero.
And then go back to the Garrison. And off to the next mission. Now, with this, I'm just gonna waste a little bit of time because of the dialogue, if you don't mind.
Rex, are you doing okay after that EMP surge?
Good as new, Doc. There's no challenge I can't beat.
I don't know, Rex. I'm pretty unstoppable in the Bishop of Battle.
Doc, you play video games?
Yes, Rex. Video games are a proven coping mechanism. Like any
So if I
other,
run into this area, the
shown
dialogue
in
will
hand-eye
quit.
coordination, problem-solving,
So I'm just
social
gonna
interaction,
walk a
and
little bit
self-confidence.
here.
And no studies have managed to prove a correlation between video games and violence. Frankly, anyone who thinks games are bad for you is a fucking idiot.
Hey,
All right.
Whoa, Doc.
No, Rex.
Okay, Doc. Tell me
Let's
about
go.
the silo.
That's Hauser Labs, the heart of the blood.
Sorry for wasting a few seconds there,
Breeding the dragons.
but I just like that line in the dialogue.
Sloan. Tell me, Doc, how'd you end up with that lunatic?
After the U.S. stopped the Soviet invasion by nuking Canada, we had no home left. Sloan offered us that. And a purpose. We didn't know he'd gone rogue.
All right, Doc. Then it's nap time for the nursery.
Objective. Penetrate Hauser Labs.
Come on, I'm pressing the button, please. Alright, here come the grenades that we needed, that I picked up. I'm gonna try and do some pro grenade strats. Hopefully we're gonna make it.
Nursery, this place sure is full of the science.
To destroy the next brain cave
Alright, seems to be good.
prototype.
Perfect. Absolutely beautiful.
Erector room.
That way we don't have to run up the stairs or anything like that. We just destroyed those 2 immediately. Destroy that one.
Gauge prototype.
And hopefully there's no enemy in the way. Thank you for pushing me over.
Objective.
Switch to the pistol because we're gonna switch it around for a flamethrower now.
All personnel, stop intruder from reaching the silo door that protects.
Objective.
And with this, you want to try and fall on these side beams so that you don't get a landing or falling animation when you hit the ground at the bottom.
Alert.
Quickly heal,
Stop the
crawl
intruder
through through this hole just to be 0.2 seconds faster through the door. And if you would just do it standing upright, quickly pick up this extra health, and we need to burn these eggs. So what we're gonna do is just tap the fire button. I'm not gonna be holding the flamethrower button the whole time, because then you just need to reload the flamethrower too much. And if possible, we just want to reload this weapon once, because the reloading on the flamethrower is so slow. Just put out the fire. Which one? Where? What did I miss? There we go. Let's reload while we're walking. Please don't kill me. Heal.
Guess I'm coming out of my shell. Anyone want their eggs scrambled?
And you can hear by the dialogue that you destroyed the eggs, because the first clutch of eggs will trigger a dialogue or some text from Rex, and the last one in the batch also. So every time he starts talking, you know that you're finished. Switch to the Terra 4000, and what I like to do is kill this dragon. We want to get as much cyber points in this game as possible, so that we get as many health bars as possible. Every second level up gives you a health bar, and every level up in between that
seemed kind of familiar to you.
gives you an extra ability. Grab this health here. And then what I like to do is just make sure that I reload everything, because we have to wait for that thing to come back down. So we might as well reload all our weaponry. Not that we need it, but just as good practice. Alright, the bow should be fine. Terra 4000 is fine. And we switch back to the bow. You saw that. This animation that he just quickly clicks the Terra 4000. Almost every weapon has an animation like that attached to it, but the bow doesn't. So I like to run around with the bow, so that you know that you're never going to be wasting time doing those animations on the weapons. Like every time you pilfer and whatnot, it's just a little bit of an optimization. Now this is another auto-scroller, but we don't have infinite health. We do have infinite ammo. So the best thing to do here is just to kill as much as possible, so that we get more cyber points. Hopefully we can get that level up. You can see in the bar on the left, we want to fill that up. So hopefully we can get another level up. And the car that we're in right now is the only car in the game that we're going to be using. But it's because we need to use it. The rest of the game, or the rest of the run, we're going to be running everywhere, because the terrain is so awful in this game that nowhere is it faster to drive than it is to run and jump. Alright, we gotta level up. Because of that, we also have full health now. And the cars in this game handle atrociously. Come on.
Rex, Sloan's project. The amphibian shark squid hybrid attack type. Destroy the bridge exit. You're going to have to jump over the chasm in a vehicle.
Alright.
Jump the shark.
That wasn't too bad.
Rex, I saw the whole thing through my scope. That was incredible.
And now we want to focus on that red light. You have the green light there on the right. We're going to focus on the left of this red light, so that we go in a straight beeline towards towards the place where we can jump up the hill. And you'll notice the difference. Because we can't climb up this hill here. We need to climb up here where there's grass. And then we go this way. On to the next mission. Which is going to be Dr. Carlisle. And there's also 2 blood dragons in an arena that we need to kill at the end. I'm going to use the Terra 4000 for that as well. So we're going to make sure to reload our weaponry again, so that we have enough ammunition for that weapon.
I'm near those coordinates.
Listen, a man, Dr. Carlisle, is helping Sloan build bioweapons, even though he knows he shouldn't. Oh, Rex, I don't know what to do.
You want him dead?
Yes.
Assassination?
Sure.
Not a problem.
I know. You're terrible.
Doc, you said something about bioweapons?
We were trying to beat the Russians. We'd hoped
Now,
the Dragon
these
Fighters
cyber
would
hang
start
gliders,
forces.
they have, you might not see it, but on the right and the left side they have boosters on the end,
Turn
so
them into savages.
you can basically just keep going in a straight line.
Slow not to use it.
That's when he requested more rockets like the Red
Instead
Spear.
of some games where you have to
Against the Reds?
Against
go
everyone,
back
Rex.
and forth
I
the
think
whole
he's targeting
time
the
or
world.
manipulate
And
it.
Dr. Carlisle is
Especially for
helping
this section, the hang glider is scripted to move in a certain way anyway. We can move around and to dodge that gate, but it'll climb automatically to a certain height anyway. And all we need to do is maneuver the hang glider for this section. And I'm going to be pressing forward the whole time, just to kind of have a little bit of a dive, just to increase our movement speed ever so slightly. Alright,
Okay, I'm on the island.
Get to the security outpost to open the facility's
too bad.
rear door.
I've never gotten on top of there, but it is possible.
53-9X.
But I haven't made it.
Objective. Penetrate rear entrance.
Alright, we'll penetrate the rear entrance. Thank goodness that flamethrower guy didn't get me.
Proceed to the laboratory entrance.
Come on, crawl through the window. Because if you're on fire, you get this animation to turn it back off,
Survive a fall
and
from almost
during that animation you cannot run. Here you want to fall with your back against the wall so you don't get a falling animation,
Doc, I'm in.
Dr. Carlisle
which we
runs the
didn't, so
project
that's
that
good.
analyzes the blood for the Red Spear rockets. I saw the results of his experiments.
And here I'm not going to be jumping too much because there's a lot of things on the ceiling
That's a
that Rex can
code
grab,
guarantee.
and I also don't want to have these automatic takedown animations on these enemies.
Welcome, Sergeant Rex Power Cold. To your last, someone shoot him in the face.
Alright, and here comes the music. This game has fantastic music. It's probably the main reason why I play this game so much, is the music. Alright, we have extra health, so we might as well just heal that one little bar. Make sure that you're holding the Terra 4000 minigun when picking up that ammo, because we need to refill this weapon. Everything else is pointless from this moment onwards. The only weapon we're really going to be using is the Terra 4000. But what I do like to do is to just, if they do move my way, play around with those guys using the flamethrower.
Hold on while I get that door, Rex.
But they seem to have lost sight of me, so we're just gonna do it safe and just sit in the corner here. Time for a bit of tea. Alright. Well, welcome, Mike. Thank you for hosting.
Let's get this shit done.
I just like to watch the world burn. Alright.
Getting the door
just for the hell of it. Alright, we're gonna be running with the bow again, as always.
Opening that door now.
Objective.
And now comes a really tricky jump, because we're gonna be on fire when doing the jump.
Sergeant Colt. One wrong shot and you'll unleash
And this can be really tricky sometimes.
running dead.
Because we can't get past this guy without being lit on fire. And then jump towards that pillar there. This is absolutely perfect. Run past that guy with the flamethrower before we put out the fire on ourselves, or else we'll just be lit on fire twice. And that'll just waste time. No, don't be on fire, please. Alright, switch to the minigun. And here comes the section for which we pilfered the hearts. That's these dragons. So what we want to do is throw down a heart, and hopefully these dragons will stand on their hind legs. Exactly like that. So that we can hit them in the chest.
Laboratory door mechanism has malfunctioned.
And it's really RNG dependent on what these dragons do, so this could be a really nice fight, but it can also be really, really awful.
Someone shoot him in the face.
Alright, perfect. Absolutely
Send in more
perfect.
cyber soldiers.
Quickly switch
Unable
to the
to
bow.
comply. This 850
We have time
hardware
before the
is
door
connected
opens,
to
so
the
we might as well grab the
vehicle
body armor.
superior needs.
And then stand here. We need to jump over the Doki Dokis.
Objective.
Great job, Rex.
Because the Doki Dokis there have such a big hitbox that they just push you backwards if you run up against them. Please run.
Rex, are you there?
Hell of a plan, Doc.
Alright, off to the next mission, which is also the last
Fine
one.
soldier like yourself.
Objective complete. Get to
And
these coordinates.
we'll get weapons for this next mission, so it doesn't matter anymore what weapons we have, it doesn't matter how much ammo we have. So the only thing that mattered was the Terra 4000, and we got pretty nice kills on those dragons. So far so good.
New objective received. Displaying. Eliminate all enemies before proceeding.
And that is automatic. Whenever you get close to a garrison, you will automatically get the objective to liberate it. But that's not part of the main story. So we're just gonna run past that and we're just gonna head towards the map marker. And again, jumping is ever so slightly faster than just running, so we're going to be jumping as
What do
much
you
as
know about
possible.
this place?
It only opens for the worthy. The area
We don't
has
need
some
any of this, of
remarkable
course,
properties. Dragon blood
but we're
becomes
waiting for the door to
supercharged
open, so we might as well just
leading you to
fill
suspect
for those
the lane
containers.
lockout, if you believe in Lockyer's theories of solstice alignments, and thus rife with energy output. Be careful, Rex. That place is filled with death.
What kind of death?
Alright.
The dangerous kind, Rex.
Now the moment the game screen appears, we're going to press forward and shift to get a running glitch. Or else the game will let us walk terribly slow
Grabbing on my gear.
to increase the cinematic effect of walking into this place. But we want to have a running glitch, so we're just going to run in circles. If you run up against the wall, you lose your speed and you'll be walking very slow. That's why I was running in circles there. And now we need headshots on these guys. And they move around so awfully.
Shoot the running dead in the head.
Hello?
Please,
Killed them before.
that this can take a while. It's just they move too erratically. But yeah, the faster you do this,
Jesus, how many are there?
the faster the next wave will appear. So, you want to try and get, come on, stop moving around. Get the flamer guy, because he's really annoying. Seriously. Where are you running off to? Please, don't waste my time. See, this is what I mean. They can really waste your time here.
But this is just the beginning. Prepare yourself.
I have located
I'm
an
gonna heal myself. Don't stand too close to that door or else it won't open.
I have detected
You need to
a
be
new weapon.
back a little bit to trigger the door to open, pick up that health. So we have everything full again. Kill the flamer guy first. Now you could use takedown here, but I already explained that I'm so awful at it, so I'm just gonna try and use the shotgun. It's a bit slower than if you would get perfect takedowns, but I'm just so awful at it. Now, what I said about the health bars and the new abilities that we get every level up, running and reloading at the same time is one of those abilities that we now have. Please.
Running dead in the head.
This is my first time killing guys, and I hope it's not.
So we're gonna be using that a lot. Just let these guys run after me. Hopefully single file, so we can just take them out. And I want to make sure to get the flamethrower guys first, or the Molotovs guys first. Just to make sure that we don't get lit on fire the whole time, because that's just a waste of time.
Still and dead guys?
And we want to do this last little bit of fighting close to this opening, because it's going to open up after this wave. And we don't want to run too far to the opening. Let's just get this flamethrower niche first. And there we go. Turn off the fire. Nice and close to the opening.
New weapon detected.
Grab this. Quickly heal. More health. Now we have the explosive sniper rifle.
Detecting more enemies inbound.
Please don't go to the right. Just keep straight at me, please. Good.
New weapon detected.
Alright. And here we want to try and aim in such a way that they all just run with their head right into our bullet rain.
Get some.
Please.
Kill star detected.
Alright, now you want to walk through the door
Almost in range of the kill star.
and then start running. No, I didn't get the glitch. Too bad. There's a specific point in which you want to run, and then you run continuously towards the kill star, but this is a real shame. Such a shame that I missed that glitch. Alright. Now for the ending. Now for the person at the timer, when I say stop time, can we listen to the ending song? It's gonna take 3 minutes, but it's within estimation. I calculated the song into my estimate, so can we listen to that, please?
Time to make some noise.
That would be really nice. And then after the song, I can quickly go to the menu and see if my... because we're gonna use the in-game time for the leaderboard. And let's see if we can get a PB on this one.
Objective.
Kill everything. Everything. Kill. Kill.
Okay.
Might as well heal while we wait for the door to open. Not that there's a lot of damage that we're gonna take now, but... Might as well. Please don't get stuck. Might as well do that. Alright, now at the top of this ladder... Yeah, sure, I'll let you know when I'm completely finished. At the top of the ladder, hold to the left and jump, or else he'll jump forward. And if he misses the zip line, which he randomly sometimes does, you just fall down. Let's break my arm. Okay, there we go. Out of the socket, and let's go.
What is this place?
Detecting
The
high
music in
levels
this
of
game, man, it's so
bioradiation.
great. Everything about this game makes it badass. Alright. Goddamn Democrats.
What the hell is this?
When he says hello gorgeous, we have 3 minutes before the timer stops.
Hello.
So that's gonna be a 49-30 something.
I think I'll take you out for a spin.
Alright. And what I really like is that there is an oil nipple on the side of the minigun. Like, just a little bit of extra detail that's really cool.
This is for you, Spider.
I don't know, I just really like that extra little bit of detail. Dominic, can you quickly post in my chat what my time with and without loads is on the leaderboards? Because I don't know it by heart. I got a new PB a little while ago, so I don't remember exactly what it is. But I would like to see if this is actually... I mean, it was a good run. Not many things went wrong. Now this, just like the heli chopper section in the beginning, this part is an auto-scroller with infinite health and infinite ammo. We don't have to do anything, but just like with the heli chopper section, you can see that there is an excess amount of exploding barrels around. So they want you to go out with a bang. So let's do that a little bit.
This is fun and sad.
48 what? 4850. Alright. Well, we'll see after the song if we manage to beat 4850. And that's in-game time. The time with loads is what you see on the timer. It's gonna be like a 49-30-ish. And the whole story is about these rockets, the red spear rockets containing the blood dragon, or the dragon blood, to infect the whole world. So let's just, get rid of them. Not that this does anything to the story or to the ending, but they explode in such a nice blue explosion. Alright, time's coming up after I click away this last cutscene, and that is time. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Let's just listen to this song. Alright, I have a 49:33 on my own timer. That was good. Really good. I mean, sub 50 time with loads is pretty good. Don't worry, Spike Trap, I will check the whole chat after the stream. But yeah, that was pretty nice run. Now, we can cut off the music whenever we like and go back to the game and check the in-game time. But we'll wait. Alright. Now we quickly go back to the map. Immediately go to the menu, data console, time and distance. Well, that's a PB by 5 seconds. So this is my first marathon PB ever. Thank you guys very much for watching. Really cool to run in this marathon. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Have fun watching Fallout 3. And I'd love to join in again one day. Ciao, guys.